it's a Saturday night at 8 p.m. and it could only mean one thing, that Trendz is coming to you live right here on SABC News. And guess what? If you didn't know, we're celebrating Nelson Mandela Day. But I'm sure just like me, you want to find out exactly what's coming up on the show tonight. All right, Trendz Live visited a unique showcasing of various designers' work, curated all in one spot. The Yarn by Design Expo brings together a curated lineup of South African interiors, textile and lifestyle brands. Beyonce once claimed that girls run the world. Well, in Johannesburg, they also ride bikes. Girls on Bikes, a fresh initiative taking Joburg's social scene by storm, recently hit the scenic streets of Mauritius, and we were there to witness the vibe. There is that and so much more in store on your favorite arts, culture, lifestyle, and travel show. So let's get the show on the road. My favorite sound ever. Dumelang, Sanbonani, Absheni, and hello. Welcome to Trendz Live. My name is Kansani Koza, but because we're family now, please call me Candy. And I have the pleasure of spending the next hour with you. So do join us as we give you the best in entertainment, and we have some special treats up our sleeves just for you. I facilitated packing groceries that will last 2,500 families for the next 3 months and learned about sustainable gardening. So please engage with us on X. We are at Trendz on SABC, and we want to know how you spent your Nelson Mandela Day and your 6 to 7 minutes of giving back. But let's get straight into the show for this evening. First up, Mandela Month kick-started with a significant project that continues to draw worldwide attention. The 67 blankets for Nelson Mandela Day has been in motion for years. Under this cause is the secret scarves. But now there is another magical installation that has been introduced. The largest handmade chandelier hangs at the Yarn by Design Expo at Hyde Park Corner. It too will help spread valuable sentiments that Mandela held very close to his heart. Trendz Live producer Didintle Mokeleti captured the importance of this initiative, and now we get to take a closer look.
What began 13 years ago as a campaign for a worthy cause has spiraled into a nationwide movement of kindness. After the creation of a massive masterpiece blanket portraying the face of Madiba, thousands of blankets were knitted and received by the needy. Soon followed another successful journey of selflessness.
People were asking, so Carolyn, what's going to happen next? Because, we want to keep our hands busy. And I thought, they've been working their fingers to the bone. We're going to have a little holiday. We're just going to create scarves. So I say, Knitwits for Madiba on Facebook. We are now going to turn out as many scarves as we can. The media is watching us now. We're not telling them. We're going to call it our secret scarves. Shh. Movement. On Mandela Day, July 18th, we're going to hang these scarves in trees, around lampposts, along railings, on bridges, all around the country at 3 o'clock precise. And every scarf, handmade with love, is going to have a love note reading, I am not lost. If you're cold and need me, please take me. Love 67 blankets, kiss, kiss, kiss. So that's how Secret Scarves came about.
So the public got involved, excitedly knitting from all corners. Just like Santa has elves, the Secret Santa campaign has knitwits. These are people who effortlessly and willingly participate in knitting and crocheting these scarves and blankies.
I've been with 67 blankets for 11 years.
What is it about knitting or crocheting or what you do that brings you so much satisfaction?
Knitting or crocheting, people don't know. It's so therapeutic. As much as we are making blankets for the needy, we are crocheting our pains and worries away. Those people we are giving cry because, giving someone who is needy a blanket, you are bringing back their dignity, you are making them feel important.
Grab a hook and some wool, and only then will you realize how therapeutic knitting and crocheting really is. Now a new installation has everyone amazed. The bespoke world's largest handmade scarf chandelier hangs in this center court. Shoppers were recently invited to knit, crochet and donate wool for its creation ahead of its activation on Nelson Mandela Day.
Each color representing hope, love, peace, warmth. Hundreds of people have contributed to this particular installation, which highlights the cause. The chandelier comprises hundreds of individually made scarves. These blankets at the end of Mandela Month will come down. We can knit our lives together. They will then be hung on trees along the road, and people walking home from work will see this winter wonderland. The excitement, the enthusiasm, the joy that I see that it brings to so many people, the communities coming together. We talk about the fact that we're knitting lives together, we're knitting our nation together. Men are doing it. Men are crocheting. I always say real men knit, real men crochet.
It's really just a natural business fit as suppliers of yarn in the industry. It's such a privilege actually just to see where the wool goes at the end of the day. A single ball of wool isn't just a ball. A single ball of wool can make you a scarf and make you a square. It's helping so many people out there in need. They've done so much work for communities around the country, around the world. And it's a selfless act of kindness that every single person puts into every blanket and scarf and piece of warmth.
A knitting revolution to positively impact thousands of lives, one stitch at a time, from blankets to a woolen chandelier of scarves. This Mandela Month, thousands in need will certainly experience love, joy and warmth through acts driven by what Tata Madiba considered to be Ubuntu.
It's so amazing to see Tata Madiba's legacy just living on. All right, so up next, Girls on Bike, which is a Johannesburg-based community-driven movement and non-profit aimed at creating safe, inclusive and welcoming spaces for women and girls to cycle in and around Jozi. Founded by Karabo Mashile, the initiative empowers riders of all levels, from beginners to fearless cyclists, to build confidence, learn to ride and experience the freedom of two wheels. They took to the streets of the city of Gold recently, and this is what unfolded. Check it out.
Beyonce once claimed that girls run the world. Well, in Johannesburg, they also ride bikes. Girls on Bikes, a fresh initiative taking Joburg's social scene by storm, recently hit the scenic streets of Greenside. The vibe amongst girlies was pure excitement, determination and sisterhood on two wheels.
Girls on Bikes!
Founded as a safe space for women in and around the city, the initiative aims to build a tight-knit community while helping women reclaim their confidence on the road.
I started this because we literally needed girls on bicycles, literally. There were never a lot of girls, and I myself didn't know how to ride a bicycle until like, what, 27 or so, and I'm like, what, in my 30s now? So you can tell that it really did take a bit of time for me to learn how to ride a bicycle. And the initiative, and I think it is creating a safe space for women to really get girls on bicycles, to get into the sport for community more, especially because as you grow older as an adult, you realize that you actually don't make friends as much as you did when you were like in high school and varsity.
It's about more than just fitness and community. The group also serves as a crucial mental health release, offering a much-needed escape from the busy lives that women lead.
Then you get into this adult loop of like, you go to work, you come back home, or you have children, you come back home. So there's just never really anything to do. So yeah, Girls on Bikes has really become a community, a safe space, a place to have friends, a place to do something scary and something hard, and also to always have fun.
And for the girlie watching at home and wondering about safety, don't sweat it. Girls on Bikes has strict safety measures in place, leaving the riders free to focus entirely on the road ahead.
The safety is a helmet and the support car. We do have a first aid, but I will say more than anything, safety is you. So when you leave your house, then you must know that you are going to be on the road. There is power in numbers. So the safety is the fact that we're all together, we keep together. And I often say, don't let anything come in between us, even a car. So it really is bravery. And outside of that, it is really following the rules of the road, keeping left one by one, making sure that there's space. Cars see you, you see cars, and that is the safest it actually can get.
We caught up with some of the riders mid-route to find out what keeps them pedaling.
It's been a bumpy start, but I think as you sort of get your balance and grow comfortable with it, it's such an enjoyable ride. The sun is out. The group of girls are always together looking out for each other, so it makes it such a communal experience, but also just being out on a Sunday morning and just getting a bit active. I think that's been quite the experience for me.
I think we get so consumed during the week by work and other distractions that you don't have time to yourself, and this just brings out a bit of physical activity and allowing yourself to be a little girl and have your own time.
I've been riding with different cycling groups over the years, but why I joined Girls on Bikes is because it's a community for girls to build some confidence on the road, and just to be able to see how the girls are being able to just ride bikes and feel good and be themselves.
I hate to admit it, but actually at this big age, I still don't know how to ride a bike. But on to more positive news. It's been a day of delight at the Nelson Mandela Day concert in London. A number of South African musicians such as Bantwini, Msaki, Jesse Clegg, Mikasa and others have performed to honor our late statesman. Kaeli Sekumalo is there and joins us now. Welcome to Trendz. Are we live, Kaya? Hi, Kaya, can you hear me?
By all means, and I can tell you, it's an absolutely, by all means, I can hear you loud and clear from the central parts of London here by Trafalgar Square. It's been a very enthralling experience with so many South African artists really showcasing the beauty and the culture of South Africa. And in fact, joining us now is a Grammy Award winning Bantwini. So quite a very, very good time, Bantwini. I mean, we know you with your prowess as one of the incredible, royalty of the music of South Africa. What can we expect tonight?
Oh man, I think it's a celebration of the music, and I think it's quite significant because I don't think that some of us would have performed at Trafalgar Square if it wasn't for Nelson Mandela. And I think that's why we're here, innit?
By all means. And what does Nelson Mandela mean to you, Zex? We know that you're such a formidable artist. You have done so well for yourself. But what does it mean to you?
I think Nelson Mandela is a representation of who we are in South Africa. And I think we pride ourselves from having Ubuntu. And I think Nelson Mandela really embodied that, when he came out of jail. After being tortured so many years, but he came out and said, let us coexist. Let us be peaceful. Let us sit down and look at our enemies, and let us try and build the South Africa that we see today. Obviously, there's still a lot to do. Obviously, still a lot that still needs to happen. I mean, we are only 32 years old, so which means we are very, very young. We still are youth, in South Africa, our democracy. But I think Nelson Mandela is the person that really represented that. I think he kind of made everybody, feel like there's future in South Africa. Those who were oppressed and those who oppressed, there could be a common goal in building the new South Africa that we are trying to have today.
Let's talk about your work, Zex. I mean, obviously, quite a well-renowned artist, the Grammy and all sorts of things. So currently, for you, what's your priority in terms of your works, in terms of your music?
I think for me is to grow my business, which is Mayoni Productions. We are doing Mayoni Open Air Festival where we bring young artists to perform. We're in Durban on the 29th of August, and then we're in Johannesburg on the 29th of November. And I think for us, that's exactly what we are trying to do, you know, is to have a platform that will see the next Zexbantwini and give them, you know, amazing stages, amazing sound, amazing lighting, you know, because as we travel across the world, we get to perform in big stages, and some artists at home may not, also even people at home may not be able to experience the kind of events that we get to perform at, you know, globally. So when we come back home, that's what we are trying to do. So my label, my new production, that's what we are trying to do, you know, is to really make it a global label, and that is also giving some amazing experiences in South Africa when it comes to eventing, yeah.
Zex, before I let it go, any teasers? I mean, you can hear the crowd is wowing, and the square is packed to the rafters. Yes. What can we expect? Any nice teasers for us?
I think I'm very excited to say that I'm going to be performing the song that I reimagined from Johnny Clegg, you know, and Chuluga. And I think that's the song that I'm looking forward to, you know, today, because I have never performed it ever. I mean, it was released, I mean, this Friday. And I think that's the song that I'm looking forward to performing, because I think most people that are here may know the song, but they don't know it's actually being reimagined, and it will be amazing to see them how would they dance along the song, yeah, and sing along as well. Yeah.
All right. Zex, all the best to you. And certainly we'll capture that live. And so stay tuned here on SABC News. And Zex Bantwini will be wowing the crowd right here in the heart of London at the Trafalgar Square. So it's going to be an absolutely incredible night. Already I've had some of the very finest South African artists, the likes of Msanki, Makasa, and the list goes on and on. All of them really showcasing the prowess and beauty of South African music. So with that, back to you in studio.
Kaya, thank you so much. What a time to be alive and to be proudly African. Bari umuntu ngabantu. But just a reminder, SA's biggest music stars are set to share on stage at the brand new Scatterlings Music Festival this August. Curated by Johnny Clegg and Msaki, the festival celebrates our rich musical heritage with performances from the likes of Zex Bantwini, which you just saw now, Shava, Sal musicians, Simi, Trezor, and many more for the Joburg leg. It may not be in London, but what an exciting time for us to give back and honor 67 minutes just in a different way. On that note, we need to pay some bills, but don't touch that remote. Trendz Live will be right back. Welcome back to Trendz Live. On to our next story for the evening. Considered a haven for writers and artists, Clarens is a charming small town nestled in the mountains of South Africa's Free State province, surrounded by breathtaking sandstone peaks and offering some of the country's most spectacular views. It has become a favorite getaway for city dwellers and visitors from nearby areas. Known as one of South Africa's most picturesque small towns, Clarens attracts travelers throughout the year with a striking natural beauty, vibrant art scene, and distinct seasonal charm. Trendz Live producer Randy Subani recently visited the scenic destination to experience everything it has to offer. Now it's our turn to discover the magic of Clarens. Let's take a look.
Nicknamed the Jewel of the Eastern Free State and situated in the foothills of the Maluti Mountains, Clarens was established in 1912. The place was named after the town of Clarens in Switzerland, where exiled Paul Kruger spent his last days. With beautiful spaces to rest, such as the St. Ford Farm and Saint's Rest, this village's residential area's immediate surroundings are often referred to as uptown on the hillside and downtown on the lower slopes. Let's explore this breathtaking town and what it has to offer.
This isn't like a place where you come and there's a concierge who meets you and there's a reception desk. There's a family member with one of the 5 dogs that will come and welcome you. So it really is a place where we feel like safe and we feel peace. And when people come and stay with us on this farm, that is what we're inviting them into. There's the shedding of the weight of their lives and of worries and of the world. I think this place allows us to pause and to sit quietly and to reassess.
It has been such a privilege to experience part of my 20s in a place like this, because there is such a sense of balance in my life. I'm able to experience the peace of nature and a place where there isn't the hustle and bustle and the stress of city and traffic and everything. And I can still have the joy of getting a social life and getting to be busy every day of work that I love doing.
As we explore this incredibly amazing Clarens town, one of the things that truly stands out is a sense of community and intention. We stopped by for some lunch at the longest standing diner in the area. Over 2 decades of the Highlander restaurant, the people still love it all the same. I speak to some individuals who work there, as well as a regular who loves to pop in, on its significance as well as its culture.
We opened the doors in 2000 and it's now 26 years later and we're still going strong. We all look up to the owner. I think she is hands-on owner and she knows the business. Clarens with a small community is we all care for each other, the love, and you get to know each other on a daily basis.
We've got like this beautiful deck out here with a beautiful view. We've got some of the best food in town, absolutely. We have friends here that started out as customers and they are actually friends now. So, and I think to carry on for the next 26 years and still have it standing.
Wow, the mona, Jalo ka ska di bua Sesotho. Sebaka sena nne sa Clarens haholoholo ke rata tsela e leng hore se hlokomolwa ka teng haholoholo ha re tla mefuteng ge na le mefuta e mengata e dulang mo haholo mefuta e mengata o tla thola haholo Basotho empa na jwale se re kopakopana e leng yona ntho e re batlang.
The food and dessert are freshly made from scratch. The Highlander restaurant prides itself in eliminating preservatives. Clarens may certainly be a small town, but it's got some pretty spectacular people with big hearts. The love of community truly stands out.
On screen, he was the villain we love to hate, but off screen, those who knew him best describe him as nothing short of an angel. The curtain closed on the life of veteran actor Siputla Sibukhodi on this week, following complications relating to diabetes. As the industry deeply mourns this immense loss, we celebrate a dedicated performer who consistently gave his absolute best to each role he played. To help us celebrate his life and remember the good old days, our two fellow industry icons, Advocate Nakedi Ribani and Clementine Musimani, both legends in their right. Ladies, welcome to the show. Oh, I'm getting emotional, but Raleboha so much for joining us this evening, especially because it's such a difficult time. But I know I'm going to be taking you back to a few days ago, but Hanelutla ka Abutsbutla's passing, what was your first thought? Both of you, at any time when you're ready to answer.
I thought it was fake, because I think the first person who actually told me was shocked was Anthony Tobejani, who wrote Bophelo ke Semphego.
Oh.
And we have a group chat as members of Bophelo ke Semphego. And there's been rumors going on talking about Rinki, who played Matete. And then I said, oh no, this is so nauseating. And then another friend called, and Esme.
Yeah.
And and other people called. So I said, no, it's fake. I said it's fake. And she said, no, it's not. I mean, she said, we call each other twin. I mean, I had when I had now, it's true. So I said, no, it can't be. So for me, it was. I said, no. Guys, why do you always listen to people in social media and stuff like that? I said, it's fake. I said it was fake until maybe after, and then they kept on saying it's in the news. I said, news have always been broadcast, and then sometimes it's not true, sometimes.
Yeah.
And until eventually when it started sinking in, and people kept on saying, watch TV, listen, and this. By the time it was sinking in, I think it was towards the end of the day maybe, and I had to say, I couldn't believe it.
You couldn't, and that makes sense. I mean, I was saying, Clementine, when are you going through those motions of is it real, is it not, right?
I had just seen him 2 weeks ago at the Market Theatre, at the 50th anniversary of the Market Theatre. He was looking so gorgeous, so handsome. Even because he had a hip problem. And they said, yeah, he operated on and he had that, he had a funny way of standing. Nearly signature. And I'm saying, my wife from he was so beautiful. I couldn't believe it. What happened? Is it true? No, it's not true. Because Clementine, is it true what we are hearing? That dispute, what happened to the dispute? He's no more. It's not true.
Yo, and I have to take it back to when we were in the makeup room, and I hope you allow me to share this with the viewers at home. But she said something about Abu Sputla. She was just like, there's one thing about him, and I won't say the other part. She was just like, there's something that you remember about him, the memory about who he is. Please, can you share that with everyone at home? What you told me backstage.
His smile. Sputla had a beautiful smile. His laughter. And Nali and I would joke, you want to peel and Mara smile.
Something there. And I think when you said that to me backstage, I was just like, I think that's the beauty, that we know the characters on air, but you guys get to experience people that we look up to in a personal capacity. And I was like, I'll come to you next to just ask that, Runari is this villain? Right? That everybody's just like, oh, Kenneth Mashaba. But when I in a personal capacity, what are the things that come to mind as well for you? How Nakhanakayen?
Sputla is humorous. He's very generous. He always has time to praise people who are in the same industry with him and have time. I remember when there used to be this program, Bakai, and so he was my surprise. He had been interviewed before. When they interviewed me, and they had a chat with him and stuff like that. And when I got to the studio, I couldn't believe it. But he has time. He has time. If Sputla loves you, and he is loyal. We come a long way with Sputla. I was in town when I lived many years ago. Sputla came and stayed with me, and he used to bring lots of groceries and stuff like that. And there was like competition, And then I would say, but why do you bring such things? The fridge is full. And then so I was talking about him. And then there was a time I did a play at the State Theatre. It was called Siavaya. It's about the jazz diggers, people who play dance to jazz. And me and Sputla come from Pretoria. We are Twanians. We are proud. Though we come from Limpopo and Twani, and we would say we are Twanians through and through. I'm from Mamelodi. He's from Atteridgeville. So. And he loves jazz, I love jazz. So, when these people were dancing and stuff, so I said to him, I'm doing a play of these people on stage. So can you come and assist me? He says, of course. You don't even have to ask. He came to assist with us doing that play. We ended up taking it to the Grahamstown Arts Festival as well.
Wow.
So, as I say, anytime we want, and then he appeared at Bakai just so he can come and support, because when they do Bakai, it's like if maybe they're interviewing Claire, me, and they say, what are some of the other people that you know? And then she would say Nakedi or whoever. Me and her, actually, I did something with her just right at the beginning, health. What was it that you and I did together? No. Don't remember.
I
you had to
remember,
act,
yes.
Breastfeeding a baby.
Yes.
But that's
Donkey
in the-
is back.
I love the rich history that actually lives between the two of you guys, and even with Abu's Butler, that's so beautiful because we don't know him away from the cameras, and the fact that you're sharing those intimate stories is so beautiful. But I have to ask about Ene as just a colleague, because you both have gotten to work very close with him in theatre, on television. What was it about him as a colleague that you appreciated so much?
Butler had a very soft heart.
Oh.
He was very soft-hearted. He was very gentle. As Osnakedi is saying, Advocate Nakedi is saying, if he loved you, he would be loyal to you, and he would open up to you in whatever he was going through. And if he was wrong, he would actually admit to you and say, you know what, actually, I was at fault.
That's when Kenneth Mashabali show.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the kind of person he was.
But what is that about characters that, like, we believe what we're seeing on screen because he played it so convincingly every single role he was
just
in?
imagine, in Bophelo Ke Semphego, so many times he had been slapped.
Yeah.
In real life, Futa won't let you do that, to him. But then, he recognizes that, this is what he has to do, and it's his character. If his character has to be like a humble or, somebody, but in real life, you wouldn't do that to him. But he had to be slapped by Matete and, Samantha doing this and Sintaulele doing that and coming and hauling him out of bed. Nkusheng, unagana goromang, ke nna fela, kurata and stuff like that. In real life, he wouldn't let you do that.
Yeah.
But he understands that it's his character. He has to do that. And he would... it takes time to also learn about his character, to do stuff that he has to do. And he's multi-talented. People, do you know that Putla is a beautiful singer too?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
He's got a beautiful voice.
Beautiful voice. And I have to say, Osnakedi, the fact that you're speaking about him in the present is so beautiful, because that's the thing about memory and the people that live in our hearts. It's forever. Aslementan, I have to bring it back to you, because Osnakedi, he learns time to learn his character and this and the other. Do you think that's what South Africans, the world fell in love with him as an actor and saw him as an exceptional performer?
Yes, because Butler was dedicated, he was committed to his work, and he would respect you as a fellow actor. He would respect his work. He'd also advise if there was need to advise. Remember also he was a director, a theatrical director. He was a good script writer. So every character that Butler portrays, he goes deep into it. He executes it the way it's supposed to be executed.
I would love to speak to you guys further, but lately live television, and I know Abu Butler understands and respects that when it comes to this art that we do. But thank you so much, both of you, for being here and sharing his legacy, and I know his memory will live on. So much.
Yeah.
And I'm with you guys. We're going to go to something now, and then we're going to chat a little bit more off air. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And, we really appreciate this opportunity that you gave to us. And condolences still to his family.
And his fans. And his fans and
you
his
should
friends.
see him when people see him outside, when he's not making humble, and has time for everyone. Thank you so much.
And thank you, Os
Thank you for having
Clementine.
us.
It might be a somber note, but Abu Butler is going to be remembered for many years to come. The characters that he played, but also the legacy that he has and the people that he loved and all his fans and supporters out there. We are sad as a country, but thank you so much to the ladies for being here. And thank you, Africa, for loving him as well. As we get into our next package of the night, we're on to an expo that highlights a different perspective on deco and design. Because they asked the question, did you know that you're embellishing your home doesn't have to be a complicated and tedious adventure? Well, Hyde Park Corner Center Court recently transformed at the launch of a limited run celebration of design, deco and color. Trendz live producer Didintle Mokeleti discovered some very useful tips on the subject. At this time, we get to find out what was in store, and I get to chat to the ladies some more.
A unique showcasing of various designers' work, curated all in one spot. The Yarn by Design Expo brings together a curated lineup of South African interiors, textile and lifestyle brands. It offers shoppers a chance to see furniture, fabric and homeware displays in a series of styled living spaces. Here are a few ideas from the experts on how simplified and authentic your home can look.
When you're buying furniture, buy proper furniture. Don't go and buy something because it's cheap. Rather spend your first money on buying something that's going to last and that's beautiful, because if it's quality, you can see it straight away. I think upholstery having a role in making the house feel warm is huge. You can take a couch that looks dreary and no color, upholstered with a modern fabric. All your pure cottons and stuff like that are timeless. When it becomes winter, use a few throws, warmer colors for your scatters. Summer, go lighter, go brighter, and the whole room just changes.
Laduma Ngokolo's brand is popular with clothing fashion styles. They recently embarked on a new lifestyle journey, creating bespoke evolutionary pieces inspired by culture and elegance.
It was very important for me to get into lifestyle, specifically homeware, because in the new South Africa, not a lot of evolution has happened. The statement that I want to get into our homes is a celebration of color and South African arts, but above all is culture that we want to bring. It is a month where we celebrate Nelson Mandela's legacy, but not just his legacy, but the values that he lived by. He came from the Bantu people and from the Nguni nation, and those nations have depth and philosophies to share, so I think that there's a lot of gems that people can take out of the culture. The work that we do is an example of the gems that we pulled out of culture.
Ever realized that nature plays a vital role in shaping our perceptions? After all, it's been producing color palettes for millions of years.
The color palettes within nature are infinite, right? If you take a walk outside or you're walking a hillside, there are so many different shades of green. Or for instance, if you look at the mine dumps, on our Joburg landscape, the light quality changes how we perceive color and those tonal shifts. So color is not something that one can actually categorize, I think. So it's very much about individual perception and our connection with those colors that draws our attention to it. But I really think it comes down to an act of noticing. So color is also very contextual, and it changes from one microclimate to the next. And I think we just need to be aware of that. And it's about opening up our senses to be able to be kind of more responsive to our environment.
While designing and decorating our homes, our senses also get involved in the process. Believe it or not, the colors we select even influence our emotional state of being.
Color psychology is a fascinating subject because color influences in so many different ways. But there are certain colors that evoke certain emotions, right? There's colors that are very calming, that are very neutral, that provide warmth, that sort of feel cocooning. Whereas bolder colors might provoke, or they might energize, or might stimulate.
Collecting and pairing objects to create their own dialogue. Allow embellishing your home to be a more informed and enjoyable excursion.
Decor and design truly came alive. Once again, we'd like to really thank Ausi, Advocate Nakedi, as well as Aus Connie, or rather Clementine, for joining us on stage and really truly just capturing the life and legacy of the late Ntate Siputla, who will be sorely missed. On that note, we're taking a break. Luska Suta. We'll be right back. You're still tuned in to SABC News. Now look, if you're looking for affordable fun, go-to activities fit for the entire family these school holidays, the Northwest Province is definitely a place to be. Just a few hours away from the hustle and bustle of Gauteng is a surf and safari destination where Trendz live producer Randy Sibani explored the terrain on a Segway, which is a two-wheeled self-balancing transporter invented by Dean Kamen. And we want to find out more about this, so let's take a look.
Parts of the Northwest Province enjoy the elaborate distinction of being the only surf and safari destination within a 2-hour drive of landlocked Johannesburg. Whether you're looking for a romantic stay with your partner, a fun weekend getaway with friends, or a Northwest holiday with the whole family, this place has it all. Some fun things to do in this province include segways, some water sport, and leisure time for all the adventure people. We kickstart our tour with Spiwe Tabete, a tour guide at Segway Guided Tours, as he explains to us what segwaying really is. Spiwe is quite passionate about the work he does, and he emphasizes the importance of having fun on this ride. He really just wants everyone to have a good time.
I'm just inviting everyone to come and join us here to ride on segways, to experience the fun. It's fun, easy to ride. We're doing our tours around the Gerupea golf course, able to see the Sun City from a distance, the beautiful views. No driver's license required. It's easy to ride. It just senses more of your body weight. It's also for a self-personal transport. You can always buy it.
Tabete takes us through the various elements of segways, the use of them, and how.
You can use it going to work, going to school, even people who are owning the farms. It's the best thing for farms because it goes everywhere. Like the one that I'm using right now is an off-road one. It goes all on the rocks, mountains, everywhere, only not in the water. So I recommend everyone can start using it, although it's not cheaper.
Some other activities we got to experience include water and thrill. One can enjoy the roaring lagoon of the Valley of Waves, some jet skiing, and a little bit of speedboating rides as well. Remember I mentioned leisure earlier on? For the golf lovers, they get to play around the golf course as well. A superb way to unwind and rejuvenate. Pilanesberg National Park and Mankwe Game Trackers are also some things to try out the next time you're in this area. It may be the winter season, but my oh my, we are always prepared to take you on an adventure to some epic places as you and your loved ones enjoy yourselves.
We did say earlier on that today marks Mandela Day, a time when South Africans are encouraged to make every action count by giving back to their communities. But what if doing good could be as simple as doing your next shopping trip? Well, we visited an experience where every cup of coffee supports a worthy cause. Before stepping into a menswear store to prove that gender style knows no gender, Puleng Mulibati, Trendz Live producer, brings us this insert. Take a look.
This Mandela Day, we are reminded that giving back doesn't always require grand gestures. Sometimes it starts with something as simple as ordering a cup of coffee.
The feeding scheme is all across South Africa. They're actually one of the biggest NGOs in South Africa. And what they do is basically for every R1 donated, they're able to provide one meal to an underprivileged community, whether that be schools, locations or something like that. And that's where their donations go. And they actually actively donate food every day to their communities that they've highlighted. And luckily for us, we also have this thing where, people buy, for example, a coffee that's 40 Rand, we'll say 40 meals are donated. So that is where the food forward donations go towards. In 2025, Fabiani started this sort of entity called Fabiani Cafe. It was basically a property where they give back to charities, and this year we spotlighting 2 charities. The one is Food Forward SA, which is essentially a feeding scheme, and the second one is Soulsville Foundation, who, what they do in the community in Cape Town is take people from underprivileged backgrounds, train them to be baristas. They also have like a beauty school, and then hopefully one day they graduate from that school and be placed in prominent coffee shops and beauty salons around the country. So that's what they do, and that's basically where all of our proceeds for this cafe go towards.
With the football fever sweeping the country, the cafe has also embraced the beautiful game.
Essentially, with everybody being in the hearse of soccer, we decided to put like a little foosball table just as an interactive moment where people can come, hang out and just chill, play soccer. We also have very small touch points around the activation that speak to soccer. So some of the line work on the floor is sort of to resemble a soccer pitch. So that's really what we wanted to do this year, is just bringing in that element of soccer.
From doing good to looking good, our next stop was a menswear store.
Let me take you through the look that we're going to style you with today. I've got the barrel pants here, of which are barrel sweatpants like. They casual, semi-casual. You can dress them up and dress them down. And I also have the shirt, the white shirt, of which is a light material, linen-like material with drawstrings. And then here on the side, I've got our beret, our black beret that you can throw over your look.
This experience has proven that style has no gender.
We do have pieces that women can actually rock here. We do have our track suits that are unisex. We do have the barrel pants that we got for you there that are actually unisex, as well as the shirt that you actually liked that has the drawstrings. It turns into a beautiful crop top for women. And we also do have accessories like your beret. We do have your handbags, your side bags that you can throw over your look that looks stunning for women as well.
This Mandela Day, every act of kindness counts. Whether it's buying a cup of coffee that helps feed a family or embracing a fresh take on your personal style, small choices can lead to a lasting impact.
I really love how a man's closet can fit easily into a woman's everyday style, and that every cup actually counts and is an opportunity to give back. And if you just joined us, but don't despair and don't you worry, because you can catch the full Trendz Live episode via SABC Plus or our YouTube channel. All you need to do is what the influencers say: comment, like, and subscribe. All right, we're taking another quick break. Maar ons sal nou terug wees. It's almost the end of July, but lucky for you, Trendz Live plays every single Saturday at 8 p.m. right here on SABC News. But this is a time where we need to tell you what time it is, which is all about the Trendz Live Book Club. Earlier this month, we introduced a brand new book to our Trendz Live Book Club, and we've been urging you on our social media and everywhere to read our new book, which is The Gentleman's Table: Life, Money, and Manners for the Modern Man. It's authored by professional engineering technician Thabo Eugene Mphatso. This book tackles the importance of restoring values such as integrity, self-respect, patience, and responsibility in a modern world that often rewards shortcuts. It gives practical principles that young people can apply today when facing unemployment, peer pressure, and the quick temptation of fast success. Thabo Mphatso will be joining us in studio next week, Saturday, which is the 25th of July, to answer any questions you may have. So please, we invite you to grab a copy of the book and join us in the read ahead of our sit down. It is up on our socials, which is at SABC on Trendz, or rather Trendz on SABC. Engage with us on X so that you can ask your questions, your comments. Just engage with us, because we really want you to have an opportunity to join our book club and also just engage further with the author. You heard it right? But that is also how we are about to wrap up the show this evening. Honestly speaking, what do they say? That time flies when you're having fun, and this could not be truer than it is tonight. Thank you so much for choosing us on Trendz Live this evening, right here on SABC News. Truly speaking, I always have such a fun time with you, but let's do it again next week, Saturday, 8 p.m. sharp, right here, coming to you live from our Auckland Park studios. My name is Candy, and you know what I always say: stay sweet, have yourself an incredible rest of the Mandela Day. Tomorrow, we're seeing who's winning the World Cup, and let it be a joyous and blessed Sunday. Until next time, mwah, good night.